Let's talk about fatigue on the carnivore diet, because let me tell you this, not everybody that goes on the carnivore diet feels fantastic right out of the gate. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sylvia and I'm a carnivore diet coach. When you go on the carnivore diet and stop eating all the carbohydrates, you will experience carbohydrate withdrawals, and it will manifest as a fatigue among many other symptoms. The good news is it is all temporary. Most of the people will feel better within 10 days. Some of us may take a little longer, let's say 2 to 3 weeks, but eventually we all get rid of our carbohydrate withdrawals and associated with it fatigue. If before going on the carnivore diet you were eating standard American diet, which is loaded with highly processed and refined carbohydrates, 3 meals a day and 2 snacks in between, there were constant spikes of glucose in your blood, and then it was followed by releases of insulin, and your body was used to it for many years. Now when you go carnivore, there's no glucose, no spikes of them, and no need for that much insulin. That will drive your body crazy for a period of time, but as your body gets used to the new paradigm, it all goes away. The glucose spikes are not expected anymore, and so will the fatigue go away as well, and you'll be okay. And that usually happens within a week or 10 days. Changes in your gut microbiome are another cause of fatigue, and that's because you had all sorts of critters living there feasting on the carbohydrates. And as any other living creatures, they don't want to die, so they will secrete all sorts of hormones to drive you to give them the food they were used to eating, and that's usually the carbohydrates. But that's not what you are eating when you are on the carnivore diet. So they will drive you nuts, and fatigue is one of those sensations you will experience during the microbiome die-off. The good news is it is all temporary, and usually you will experience something called extinction burst right before all those microbes that used to live on carbohydrates are about to die. They will drive you crazy the most, and so your fatigue will feel the strongest. Stay put, because a few hours later it will be all over. Dumping of all the water that is bound in your body as a result of consuming all the carbohydrates for all these years is another cause of fatigue when you go on the carnivore diet. Again, it is all temporary. Your kidneys will be working extra hard to get rid of all that water. It will pull all the sodium and potassium from your body to process all that metabolic water, and you may and likely will feel fatigued temporarily. And if you want to help yourself and soften the blow, you can drink some electrolytes or drink salted water. That tends to help to take the edge off. It's not like it will eliminate all the fatigue completely, but it will get a lot better. Many people that go on the carnivore diet end up giving up coffee, and caffeine withdrawals are very common reasons for fatigue. Caffeine blocks our adenosine receptors in our heads that signal tiredness and the need to relaxing. And if you daily deliver caffeine, your brain will make extra adenosine receptors. And suddenly, when you stop drinking coffee and all the adenosine receptors are freed up, you will feel extra tired. The good news is the body adjusts and reduces the amount of adenosine receptors in your brain, and everything comes back to normal and the fatigue goes away. But it is a painful process, and I would say this type of fatigue is the most annoying and the most tiring one, and the one that causes many people to give up. Caffeine withdrawals and fatigue resulting from it is no joke. I dealt with it for over a month before my body got used to it. For most people, I'd say 10 days to 2 weeks is the average. The most important, though, reason for fatigue, and I guess the most underappreciated, is that fatigue is also your body's way signaling that you need to slow down, rest up, and let your body heal. When you go on the carnivore diet, there are many different healing processes that are taking place, and they will be running in the background for weeks or months on end. And your body will require you to slow down, relax, lay down maybe a little more so it can do the fixing it needs to do. Most of the times, our body are able to take care of their own issues, provided our heads get out of the way. So give the food that your body needs and it will do the job it needs to do. If the body signals to you that you need to rest, and oftentimes this happens to the sensation of being fatigued, honor it. Finally, the bonus type of fatigue, the one that affects ladies only, and that is when you are in the stage of perimenopause or menopause. It seems that no matter how much meat you eat, how long you've been on the carnivore diet, when that kind of hormonal fatigue hits you, it doesn't really matter. Now, the trouble is that a lot of my clients go on the carnivore diet for the first time in their early or mid 40s, sometimes even later, and it's not going as well as they expected. And let me tell you this, ladies, you are the most difficult subset of the population to make a quick impact with the carnivore diet. So the main thing, if you are experiencing prolonged fatigue while being on the carnivore diet, 1, don't give up. 2, it doesn't have to be connected strictly to the carnivore diet itself. So if you're on the carnivore diet for a while and you actually feel healthier, your joints are not hurting anymore, your thyroid is doing better, but this fatigue will just not go away no matter how much meat you are eating, you're not alone, and it is not unusual. It is the hormones, it is the fatigue that is asking you to go a little slower so that your brain can recalibrate for the new reality where your estrogen and progesterone slowly drops and drops and drops until you get through the point of menopause. It's normal, and if you can honor your fatigue and rest up more, please do. It is absolutely natural. And for those of us that don't have the luxury of slowing down and resting up, like right over here, somebody woke up prematurely, hormone replacement therapy is a very good solution that pairs very well with the carnivore diet. I did carnivore diet for the last 5 years, and middle of the year last year I started experiencing really unpleasant symptoms, and this fatigue was the one that was bothering me the most. And so I got tested, and it was determined that I would benefit from the testosterone pellet, and that's what I did, and it was a life-changing experience. And my fatigue went away within a couple of days. My energy came back, and I've been doing this ever since. I'm still persisting with the carnivore diet, but adding some hormones as needed, because I still need to show up and have lots of energy, and I can't just relax, let go, and rest up, not for the foreseeable future. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. If you're on the carnivore diet for a few days and few weeks and things are not perfect and you're not feeling fantastic, that is absolutely normal. The good news is most of those fatigues go away on their own within days, if not weeks. I would just say that the hormonal fatigue related to perimenopause and menopause is the one that you have to manage, and where carnivore diet alone may not be sufficient. All right, if you haven't yet, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.